This is Just AMZN on Friday, June 8th, 2018, with a new little channel drawn in here after we had that big sell-off a couple days ago. We came down, put in a really strong bottom here that then got taken out the next day. But I just kind of connected some of the highs here and some of the lows here, and it kind of intersected with the pre-market today and then the highs of the day today. A little bit of the flag going on. We zoomed in on the 5 minute last 3 days. A little bit of a flag. If we step back out, you got this massive move to all-time highs. This is just kind of stepping back down a little bit. It's just flagging back down. We zoom in on a little tighter in here. We can see that today's low actually took out yesterday's. But then the next candle gapped up slightly and traded right back up, and we were in the same range, and even in here, the range that we bounced late in the day yesterday, right in here, around 12:30 Central Time, and we did a bounce in there about 9:45 this morning, which would have been a good time to buy. Morning star reversal forming here, and then to get out. Maybe you were looking for yesterday's highs as your target. It didn't get there, but by the time it kind of just moved and went sideways here and looking like it's going to keep going, you'd hopefully have your stop trailed up to this area and then probably got stopped out here as it actually gapped down on the 5 minute, continued sideways, stair stepping, and then broke down some more, sideways, broke down some more. It's interesting that there's a little bit of volume spike here. Like, people thought this was going to just crash and just burn into the close, but instead it just consolidated. So some more people were likely trapped, going strongly bearish in this area, and it instead just kind of hung out through all here. This is a bit of a breakout in this area, a longer term retest here, and if we stay in the upper end of this downtrend channel here, then it's very possible we could actually get going above it with a gap, some conviction, trapping people, and just keep on going again. 1692, 1693, something like that. We had clear high today, clear some of these pivots, maybe on an hourly. That'd be a good place to look for a little more swing. But for the options, what you could have done today is with a bit of buying right in here. Got a nice little S curve. Some folks were getting in here bullish, and it got to a new high in the day, and then came back down, and may have stopped some people out, and then some more people are getting in here. I was trying to see, okay, was there any other signal today, pre-market, and it's mostly just looking at yesterday's price here, this kind of a bounce. And this would have been a morning star reversal. You could have gotten in bullish above, the bearish candle. Maybe you got in on that candle at 950. So let's go jump over to the call at, so this is the 1675 call at 950. Could have been buying probably like 8 by 7 possibly, or maybe you would have had to be, with trying to get the 1680 call instead, and that would have been 950, maybe getting in, let's see, which candle was it? Maybe getting in, like, if it was above here, then like 450 by 350, that's still, still possible. And then it broke out, retested, could have been filled on a retest, 5 by 4 or something after it, made this little move, and then gotten out somewhere up here, where it's rallying up, goes sideways, and then we said, you'd probably be stopped out on the 1205 candles. Let's see what the 1205 candle is, and that would have been up here. So that would, if you had bought for 450 and got stopped or trailed out at, let's just call it 750, that's still 3R. That's good. That's good on a trader. You just set it up and bought and let it do its thing, and then it's started to break down here. So, that's looking at the bullish move here. Now, once you get into this area and you're actually gapping and consolidating, there were some plays into the close that could have worked out. So if we take a look at some puts, let's actually see if we had gotten in, like on that bullish candle for bearish trade. That's at 12.15. So we'll go over and look at the puts at 12.15. Okay, so this is the 1690 strike expiring, or that expired today. But if we look at this candle here, let's say you bought for 375, stopped down at 275, that would have worked. It just would have been a grind. Would have had to just set it up and forget about it into the close. And I mean, that moved all the way up to $8. So, maybe if you had bought it, 12.05, maybe you had bought 4x3. No, wait, was that the right candle? 12. Look at the wrong candle. 12.05 was that one. We were talking about 12.15. That's right. That would have been that candle. So, just for calculation's sake, if you, instead of buying at 375, you actually bought it at 4 on up to 8. That's 4R on a trade that just, plugged along. Would have made 2R here at 6. But, if you were already up and able to lock in a gain, and that's how you want to trade it, you could just hold until, something great happens on a move up. This price that it came into here is actually somewhat of a neckline of a kind of a double top-ish or retest level, retest here and then roll over. So it's interesting to see. Oh, that's a quick button. I should use that some more. Let's get back into this on the daily to see this kind of a flag and a very nice indecision doji candle. After two bearish candles, this is slightly lower high, slightly lower low, and it's a nice rest. Definitely just a nice resting pattern. So our squeeze actually did continue firing today. It has 1, sort of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars following this with the squeeze trigger included. And so it makes sense that at this point people are taking profits and it's all-time high, and maybe some people reversing their trade on a daily saying, oh, it can't go any higher, and maybe they'll be trapped. So we'll see. But I'm going to leave this in. I guess I gotta kind of expand it. I guess we really have till Monday to do that. But let me just look at the hourly. There we go. That's a nice way to see this. So this is just monster rally. Just some indecision or some pullback flag, indecision going into today. Similar range, but just ending in a doji. That's high wave doji, but it's a small candle. Says this could really just literally be a rest. So not that great with the Dow theory stuff. I'm not even sure where all the Dow theory moves are up, but from looking this down, it looks like we had some sort of like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move, bearish, and then that can turn into an A, B, C, and then continue, or it could be a new start of a 1, 2, and now 3 is going to be a much larger move up. And that's actually more fitting with the these triangles, the range. This one, 1770. That would be more fitting to get to that 1770 price sooner rather than later. It absolutely could and wouldn't hurt if it did pull back. And then people were loading up at a little bit of lower value. So that's what I've got for this chart. I'm going to reset this for Monday. 5 minutes. There you go. And hope you enjoyed the video. This is Johnson AMZN. Thanks.